Hi Jignesh, good afternoon. What would your advice be on L&T if somebody's entered at levels of 1295?
Yes, good afternoon, Navneet. I guess with the current setup, L&T is not looking that great just because it is breaking down its lower range. For example, stock was trading from June 2019. It was forming a range at around 1290, 1280. Recently, it has breached that range, even though well, market setup looking good and most of the stocks are performing. L&T is giving negative divergence. That is not a good news. So I suggest viewer to take exit for this stock, at least being sidelined till the time stock is near to its 200-day simple moving average. And 200-day moving average currently is set up at 1390 some level. So pretty far from that level we are here, and I think we should take the view of exit currently.
Okay, well, we're real videos. Who wants to know? Well, he's been entered Cholamandalam Finance at 320. He wants to know if, well, the viewer should book profits considering it is at 328. And well, move on to something like a Muthoot Finance or a Manappuram Finance. Now, I'm not really certain if well, the viewer wants a fundamental view or a technical view, considering the viewer is looking for targets and stop losses. I'm going to take this up with Jignesh, I suppose. Jignesh, what's your view on Cholamandalam? And on an alternative, would you consider something like a Muthoot and a Manappuram right now?
Well, I think both the setup looks pretty similar, considering Chola Fin is going down for the day. But I guess the stock has good momentum from here on. If you see, the stock is near to the low it made 2 days before. So I think 322 should be the stop loss for this viewer to take this view for the short term. And I guess 342 should be the target, because this stock can pick up momentum anytime soon. As long as the moving averages are favorable and the way the momentum is picking with a volume, I think this is a good setup to remain into. So hold Cholamandalam with a stop loss of 322 and target 342.
Okay, hold on to Chola, which is also weak today, down about nearly 4%. Let me take the next query on HDFC Bank, and it's a technical query. Akshay Mittal writes to us. He wants to know, he's actually entered at 1165, and he wants to know if we should add at current levels, considering the stock's now at 1205. He's making money, that means. He wants to know, actually, yes, if he should be looking to book profits here. Jignesh, would you advise him to book profits, or in fact add more even at 1200 levels and place a stop loss?
I think HDFC Bank is not the counter where viewer should book profit. But of course, with the current setup, when the momentum is weak, he can at least think of booking the partial profit. Otherwise, HDFC Bank has a series of supports at every lower levels. For example, currently one support exists at 1180. The next support is at 1150, and then so on. So I guess with the current setup, viewer can at least think of booking partial profit about 50% of his quantity, and if stock goes lower, he can average them out with a lower price.
Okay, Jignesh, please come in on ICICI Bank as well, because we have Lovelap and he's invested, or the viewer has invested in ICICI Bank at around 545. Wants to know if the viewer should book a loss or hold on, considering it's currently 10 rupees shy of the entry point. What's your view here?
I think ICICI, the view on the ICICI Bank is little different than it is on the HDFC Bank, because ICICI Bank currently has outperformed the indices, and the way it has outperformed and the way it has gone above its 200-day moving average, it has never happened before. For example, while 200 moving average is trading at currently at 460, and stock is trading at 548. So I believe on the chart it looks an expensive setup, and ICICI Bank should consolidate further. If viewer has a short-term view, then I think definitely he should take this small loss and should exit, because ICICI Bank in the near future, we expect that it should continue to consolidate further.
Query. It's a short-term technical view that he requires for next 2 months on something like SL Propack. He's holding 2,000 shares here at level of about 180. He wants a target and stop loss. Jignesh, what would your advice be? His entry level is about 180. The stock's at 194.95.
I think exactly the way he the place he bought should be his stop loss. 182 is the support and today's low as well. I think it is a very good setup. I think viewers should hold it with a stop loss of 182. In the target near term would be 230, 220. The stock is in exceptional momentum, and I think it should continue because it has been going up ever since last 3-4 months, and after every dip you can see a rise in it. So I think it's a good counter to hold.
Market price, which is at about 1885, and he's looking for a target of about 2000 plus. Jignesh, do you see that target on the charts for AIA, 2000 plus in the near term?
Well, stock has little momentum, but I'm sure that it has broken out of its range. It was trading since September 2019. I think stocks stand a good chance at 1885 currently. I think stop loss should be placed near 1767, and target is roughly about 2000 within next 2 to 3 months.
Okay, from there on, let's talk about La Opala. We need a short-term view on La Opala. Rajan Shah wants one. It's currently at 213, 214. Started coming into a little bit more focus of late. Jignesh, I'll come back to you on La Opala. What's your view here in the short term?
I think since the price pattern is created, the inverted head and shoulder, which was created a long time ago, and ever since then, stock is performing really well. It has achieved its target of the price pattern. Currently, I think it makes sense to hold this counter with a strict stop loss at around 194. Momentum is too good, but holding this counter with a strict stop loss is desired. So 194 would be the stop loss. Target, I think, since it has already achieved a target, we are looking for a new price pattern on the same counter. 194 should be.
All right. In last 3 months, the counter is up about 50%. Okay, let's pull up JK Paper. Srinivas Rao is holding this counter at levels of 120, and he wants a technical view here. The stock's at 126. Jignesh, do you think he should book profit, or he's willing to hold on to this for the next 3 months?
Yes, Navneet, in recent past, the stock has taken support from 120 some level. So I think 120 is a good support to hold this counter. The way stock is performing, I think it is on the upper range of its consolidation. So as soon as stock can breach 140 levels, I think it can go to 160. I think viewers should hold on and take a chance of 140. 140 should be the first target. But if that breaches, I think 160 should be the next target. JK Paper looks good, but stop loss, hold on to this counter with a strict stop loss at 120.
Another interesting stock on a technical basis is CRISIL, and we have a question from Sagar Damani. He wants a technical view on CRISIL right now. It is corrected quite a bit of late, and well, this is well over levels of 2,000 rupees a share. But currently, once again, it's starting to see some activity. Jignesh, what's your view on CRISIL?
I think CRISIL, after going up very well in August and October 2019, it has corrected, but not corrected too much. I think on the Fibonacci level, it has still it's 50%. It's still above its 50%. I think 1542 should be the support, should be the stop loss for this counter, because it is exactly where the stock is forming its base. So I think a hold on to this counter is something that I would recommend, with the first target of 1777 in short future.
Okay, CRISIL at 1675, not doing too much. In fact, it's off the days in today's session. Pull up BST Tillers. Sai Sudhir Mitapalli writes to us, and he's been holding this counter at levels of 1800. He wants to know if he should look to book losses. All right, the stock's at 1200. Jignesh, his entry level is 1800. What would you advise him to do? What are the charts indicating? Is there more downside left for BST?
I think the make or break level downside would be around 1185. Now, since stock has been correcting from last around 7 to 10 trading sessions, I guess 1185 should be the level where it should stop correcting. I think viewers should take a chance and hold on to this counter with 1185. If 1185 survives, stock can again reach to 1300 some levels, and where viewers should take a fresh review from us.
Believe we